Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today's uh, Sunday morning, October. I think it's first Sunday of October, and yeah, we formulated this tentative formula of correlation. We can call it correlation coefficient, if you would. But it's not quite complete yet. Okay, it's mathematical formula is, when you formulate it for the first time, probably it's not a perfect complete one. That's fine because we have time. The world is not ending tomorrow, so I mean hopefully not, because we need to finish this equation first, before the world ends, right? So okay. And also, but the world actually could end tomorrow. I mean, for you, because you may die tomorrow. For me, because I may die tomorrow too. Okay, so that's why it's important for us to live today as if tomorrow is the last day. I mean, today is the last day in our life, because that could very well be true. Who in the world predict their death? Like, I'm talking about more like accidental death. All right, we never know. Nobody wanted to die that way. Nobody wanted to. I knew they would die that way, but they do every day. People die every day from accidents, from very unexpectedly. That happens all the time. I mean, if you are dying from an old age or disease that you've been suffering for a long time, or maybe if you commit suicide, then yeah, it's fairly predictable, right? But accidents, like you go hiking and there's this bear killing you, or you drive on a highway and then die from a car accident. Those kind of things. Well, first of all you can do is to reduce probability of such death by driving safe, by not driving fast, by not tailgating, by driving on a more defensive manner, rather than aggressive. You can reduce the chance, but this world is not under our control. We cannot control how other people drive, right? So we just do our best, but accidents do happen. And bear morning, same. Yeah, when I go hiking, I take my bear spray with me, but still, it's not 100%. We do what we can, right? I practice martial arts. Sometimes I bring my gun when I go very deep in the forest. But still, bear can kill me still, and people still die. In Alaska, about 5 to 10 people die every year from bear attack, bear mauling. Okay, every year. So they didn't want to die. Nobody would predict it or wanted to die in some accidents. Okay, but it happens every day. That's why all we can do is do our best to increase the probability of survival. So yeah, that's why probability is worthwhile spending some time in humanology. Okay, because never tells us things directly. I mean, unless you are a prophet. Even if you are a prophet, how do you know it's God and not the devil or yourself that's talking things to you? Okay, so anyway, so yeah, all we can do here is do our best today, right? And try to make this equation better. Well, that's the that's what I'm doing, what we are doing together. Okay, it's yeah, it's double sigma notation, meaning we are making the summation in a two-dimensional way. Okay, we can condense this. Let's not erase this yet, okay? Because this equation is not complete, and we need to complete it today. That's today's agenda, and one of the things that we're gonna do. Let's try black. Last time it was kind of running out. We can condense this. Oh yeah, it is gone. This is totally dead. I can use it as an eraser actually. Time to buy a new black marker. This side is closer to you, so I'm sure you can see this even if I write in green. This notation, double sigma notation, can be shorthanded as sigma squared, okay, because it's now two-dimensional summation, okay. You can barely see it, huh? Well, sucks to be you, I'm sorry. It's just a joke. Okay, I, comma, j is equal to from 1 to 2. Okay. 1 to 2. This is such a long-winded. Okay. I wonder if there's a better way to. But one thing to remember, we go back and forth, so I better keep using the blue pen because you have to remember this. A minus B, the notation A minus B in set theory is equal to A intersection and B complement. Minus B is B complement, okay? So it's more like multiplication. It's not equal to A union minus B. So it's not. It's more like A multiplied by minus B. It's not the same as A plus minus B. Okay, you have to remember that. All right. It can be confusing because set theory and algebra, there are a lot of similarity, but they're not exactly the same. Okay. Because algebra we're dealing with numbers. Set theory we are not dealing with sets. Those are the mathematical elements, entities that we are operating upon with these operators. Okay, so they're two different things. All right, and because as you can see, a number, like number 2, number 3, they are more or less like zeroth dimension. We talked about this before. When as opposed to variables, it can go to infinity, it can go to 0. The limit, limit x goes to 0. This x is a variable, all right? I mean this x. It changes. It varies. Variable. Then what is a set? Is set more like zeroth dimension or one dimension? Given time, set has this fixed number of elements. Let's say this is your classroom. You have Tom, Dick, and Henry, John, what other some common names? Reynold, whatever. Okay, so it's fixed. So given time, okay, or Jane, Sue, Mary, okay, Laura, Sarah, yeah, they're fixed numbers. So it's not variable, set, but it is not zeroth dimension. So we're talking about mathematical entities like number, vector. number meaning scalar. A vector is an ordered set of you have a directionality, which is like quality, and you have quantity, right? So quality comma quantity, they're two different things. So they're, you can think of this as an ordered set, kind of one-dimensional thing. That's a vector. So direction, the dimensionality of a vector is kind of like one dimension. Dimensionality of a variable is kind of like one dimension. Okay, and the dimensionality of a constant, like constant c, like in E equal mc squared, c is the speed of light. Is that dimensionality of that number is zero. Zero's dimensions. It's like a dot. But the dimensionality of pi equals 3.15429 whatever blah blah. Yeah, it's also it's a constant. Okay, I understand strange number that we cannot predict the sequence, but we can calculate with the computer, but still it's kind of like the number that never ends, right? But it's still constant. So the dimensionality of that could be stored as 0 or 0.1. Because it's more close to one dimension than having zeroth dimension, like number 2, okay? This so dimensionality doesn't have to be just natural number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be 1.5 dimension. Okay, that's the concept introduced by mathematician, also Harvard professor later. His name was Benoit Mandelbrot. Okay, so I encountered his name in the book called Chaos. The history of chaos theory. They call, I mean, it's a written great book, and I loved that book, and probably I read it like twice in Korean. So it's written by the New York Times journalist reporter. Okay, probably in the section of science. Yeah, fantastic writer, great book, but at the same time he's not a scientist like. Well, you and we are secular scientists, secular scholar. That guy's a reporter, okay? He's a great writer, but and but he's not a scientist. So what he called as chaos theory, it was more like collection of contemporary at that time, probably 1980s or 1990s. Contemporary developing the mainstream physics or in science in general. Okay, he just called it chaos theory, but it's not exactly correct. Yeah, so all these contemporary things that happened around that time that he was writing, yeah, he just called everything chaos theory, but that's not exactly correct. Okay. So Benoit Mandelbrot, yeah, he's famous for this fractal geometry. Probably he used, I think, from my recollection, he used the complex number, complex function, using I and I squared is 1. I think he used it, recursive manner to make this beautiful fractal geometry, yeah, they look like these tentacles of octopus sometimes. Yeah, so that was cool. Okay, so yeah, so dimensionality doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4 like natural number. It could be 1.5 dimension. Okay. So yeah, like for example, natural number from what 0 to positive infinity. This could be said to have 0.5 dimension because it's only one half of the whole one dimension, which goes both way. Okay, so integers in one dimension, natural numbers from 0 to positive non-negative numbers, positive numbers, they're like 0.5 dimension, okay? So it's very useful concept, okay? Maybe, perhaps Mandelbrot wasn't the first one to have that kind of concept. I don't know, okay? I'm not a mathematician. I know some mathematics, but I'm not a mathematics history professor. But I do love mathematics history and mathematicians. It's so interesting. Maybe I'll study some more. If I ever retire, or whatever. Okay, we have humanities against retirement, but I do love mathematics, and I would love to study some more. Maybe if I'm dead, forget about 7 trillion virgins. Did I tell you that? Yeah, the kind of paradise I want is 7 trillion virgins. I don't want to see God. I don't want to see Jesus. I don't want to see anybody else. I don't want to see Einstein or no Socrates. I want to see 7 trillion virgins. But alternatively, maybe I will have a library. Maybe that will be my paradise. So in heaven, after I'm dead, maybe I will have a library instead of 7 trillion virgins. Maybe I have 7 trillion books. And all the time, it's just me and the library. Okay, so there are a lot of mathematics. I can just study mathematics. I have food, shelter in heaven after I'm dead, afterlife, paradise. So there's a lot of mathematics books and physics, biology, so chemistry, human history, and those are good subjects to study, like philosophy and very good subjects to study. Okay, some economics, but economics is a very somebody called it like dismal science, but economics is very incomplete. The current mainstream theory in economics, they are very incorrect. They have some good insights, just like psychologists. Okay, so they do have some valid insights because they're not all stupid people. They observe a lot of people, so do have some good experience, good insights. But the theoretical framework in psychology, sociology, and economics very incomplete. And humanology, we are trying to help them. All right, because if you're a humanologist, strongly recommend you study mathematics. So on your own, you don't have to take money, okay? Just go to YouTube, Wikipedia, and study mathematics. It doesn't have to cost you money, okay? We want to be mathematically rigorous, okay? So yeah, the Auguste Comte, who is said to be the founder of sociology, he believed in this mathematical rigor, this scientific method. Okay, so yeah, it's best to know some basic mathematics. Okay, that's why we are doing a lot of mathematics because we want to be educated in mathematics. Okay, and so this said it can be thought as some 0.3 dimension. Okay, so natural number, non-negative number is 0.5 dimension, right? Okay, so set is fixed, so it's more like, so it's not infinite. You can say this is 0.1 dimension, okay? Because we can flatten this, we can compress this, and all these two-dimensional elements, we can align it in one single line. Just flatten it, compress it, maybe elongate, but it's fixed. So but it's not zero dimension. It's not a dot like a single number, like number 3. It's not that. The element John, Jane, whatever, Mary, Sue, Dick, Henry, some, you know, fixed number. So it's like 0.01 dimension, one something like that. Okay, because it's several elements, and vector is vector can be expressed as something like this: quantity and direction. But that's a two-dimensional vector, right? You have some angle, right? We're talking about polar coordinate. Let's say it's 45, and here from here to here is length 2. Then you have 45 I comma theta. Okay, so 2 comma 45. Okay, yeah, I comma theta. Okay, radius and theta, the angle. You can do that, but this is just two-dimensional only. In n-dimensional space, you have r comma phi comma theta, because you have two angles, right, in the three-dimensional space. But it's just more convenient to say this x polar instead of polar coordinate. I mean, it's very useful many times, but in n-dimensional space, it's just easy to use the Cartesian coordinate, like x comma y, but that's two-dimensional, right? You have x comma blah 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 comma x n. That's the n-dimensional Cartesian coordinate. It's just easier that way. Okay, it's comfortable to polar coordinate, and you have this fancy formula for that, and two dimension, you know what, x equal what r cosine theta, y equal r sine theta, you know, trigonometry. So yeah, do learn trigonometry. It's very beautiful mathematics. Okay, yeah, so you learn basic mathematics. Okay, algebra, trigonometry, they're very beautiful. It make you a great hobby. And all right, so yeah, our goal is to complete this equation. Yeah, doing a lot of preliminaries, and this is too bulky. Okay, too long, too bulky, too big. We have to shorten this a little bit. Well, if there is sigma squared, you know, two-dimensional addition. We have two-dimensionality here, I and j. It's like y, x and y axis. We can say it's 0 to 1, okay, to avoid the confusion. We have already 2 here, so. We can collapse this term, in my opinion, okay? We can collapse some of it, make it shorter. We're trying to find a more condensed, but correct equation. -1. Oh. You know, there are many equivalent equation, like 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is equal to 1 plus 0 is equal to just 1, right? So equation, that's what it's about. That's the huge diversity, but we have to find the most condensed, the shortest form of the same equation, okay? That's what we are trying to do, okay? So yeah, we can say if I and j is equal to 0, 0 and 0 okay, it become plus 1, okay. If I is, okay, so we can do this, I think. Let's just try. We don't have to correct all the time, okay? If we are wrong, we can always correct ourselves later on. But yeah, I don't think we can shorten this, alright? And this is intersection, because I don't want to confuse you, okay? This is this hidden intersection, number of A union B, alright? Okay, if I and J are 0, okay, so 3 to the 0 or minus 1 to the 0, is they are equal to what? Okay, it's 1, okay? Why? Because it's like 3 to the 1th minus 1, that's what 0 is, right? It's what, 3 to the 1 times 3 to minus 1 is equal to 3 divided by 3, okay? That's why it's always 1, okay? Alright, so I'm just giving you very good examples, okay? 3 to the 1 times 3 to the negative 1. 3 to the negative 1 is 1 over 3, okay? So yeah, you have to know some basic mathematics. I'm sorry, but if you don't know it yet, it's not your fault. And ignorance is human condition. There are so many things that you know, something you can teach me that I have no idea. Okay, that's why we have to teach each other to share the knowledge, to increase the knowledge, okay? If you don't know much about mathematics, yeah, it's not your fault. It's just that your parental or school environment was not conducive to that, okay? And then just learn. I mean, most likely tomorrow won't be the last day on earth, so most likely most of you won't die tomorrow. Some of you may, okay? Just we do our best every day to survive, okay? I want you to all live and survive, okay? So yeah, just study mathematics. It's not that hard. It's just a lot. Do step by step, you get it, okay? Be patient, be disciplined. All right. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, so if it's I and J are zero, I and J are, if they are 0, then all we are doing here is we just compress these two terms, minus 1 to the I, minus 1 to the J. We have same base here, so we multiplied, well, in the shoulder, this power part, yeah, they become addition, okay? And we clarified here, they are not addition, but they are more like multiplication, intersection. This plus symbol is, well, analogous, but in set theory, it's a union operation, okay? So, okay, we clarify this, okay? So we don't need these guys anymore, because we need more room, okay? And because this equation is not complete yet, okay? We need to perfect this equation. That's one of the goals today. Is Sunday morning. 11 o'clock in the morning. It was I slept late. We'll take a break, okay? And we're gonna complete this equation because it's not perfect yet. So, so what is this? This our tentative formula for correlation between A and B. Okay, tentative. It's not perfect, but we are getting there. Okay. Let's take a break. Let's take a break. It's Sunday and we are working our ass off. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we'll be back. we're back, and I'm a follower of Jesus. I do what he tells us to do, expressed in his moral lessons in New Testaments. Where's my slippers? Oh, here it is. So I follow his footsteps. Okay, I'm not Jesus. I'm not second coming of Jesus. Okay, I can tell you that much. All right, so I follow his footsteps, but I will not go to crucifixion. I don't. Well, metaphysical crucifixion, yeah, that's fine. Pain and suffering, we all do go through metaphysical crucifixion. Crucifixion symbolizes you get persecuted for doing something right. Okay, I oppose gayism, tattoo piercism, sugar fetishism, marijuanaism, plastic surgeryism, and I oppose those things. Okay, so that's why I've been single for so long, because girls, they like those mainstream majoritarian power ideologies. I'm a man. I'm not a girl, so I fight. I go against the mainstream. Okay, I'm a manly man, so that makes me a minority ideological minority, and girls want power, powerful men. So yeah, okay, and that's why I've been single for so long, and it's kind of like crucifixion. Okay, I'm doing the right thing, standing up for the right cause, fighting against the evil Goliathan big ideology as a small guy in Asian, aging, Alaskan asshole. Okay. So yeah, that's very crucifixion kind of. You do the right thing and you get punished. That's crucifixion. Okay. This the minuplastism terminology. Minuministic path. You do something right, a lot of work, of this fighting against the just, fighting for the justice, fighting against evil, and then you get punished for it. That's what crucifixion stands for. Okay, metaphysical crucifixion. Yeah, we all do it. You and I. Okay, we all go through it. Sometimes our superiors in our jobs, our parents, teachers, they do something wrong, so you correct them. You don't get rewarded for that. You get reprimanded for correcting somebody who is higher than you. Your teacher, your parents, your superiors, your bosses. Yeah, because they're human beings. They can be wrong. So you correct them, but what do you get in return? You get reprimanded. Sometimes you get fired or demoted. Sometimes you get kicked out. Sometimes you get sued in court, like those baker in Colorado, and this florist in Oregon, I think, or Washington. This innkeeper in Eastern Coast. Yeah, they oppose gay marriage. Okay, and they refuse to accommodate gay wedding, and what do they get? Lawsuit. Yeah, very Jesusian crucifixion, kind of metaphysical crucifixion. We all go through it. Okay, it's not just Jesus. Okay, we followers of Jesus, we kind of live like Jesus did. Okay, we're following his example. Okay, that's why we are Christians, true Christians. Okay, we do that stuff. Okay, there are many of us. All right. It's irrational. It's not good for our career. Okay, we may lose our job, money, our business, because that's what this evil ideology of pro-gayism, the search and destroy mission, right? So we talked about this, so we're not gonna go into that. But yeah, all these people possessed by the devil, they are acting as agents of the devil. Okay, they do devil's biddings. Okay, so they're vehicles of this evil ideology's propagation, search and destroy all this opposite anti-gayism. That's what they do. Okay, so I'm not against human beings. I feel sorry for them to be possessed by the devil, and but again, God created the devil. Yeah, so metaphysical world, Bible talks only about physical world, creation of physical world. Okay, in Book of Genesis, oh, there's this first day, so He created objects like stars, light, planets, whatnot. Okay, then He created plants, He created animals, and then yeah, Bible Book of Genesis only talk about the creation of the physical universe, but He doesn't. Bible doesn't talk about creation of the metaphysical universe, because metaphysical universe is kind of mirror image of the physical universe. That's the fundamental premise of humanology. Okay, so what are some metaphysical entities like love and hate, obedience, disobedience, laws? God did do some of that. Okay, in the Book of Genesis, Garden of Eden, there's this law: do not eat this fruit, this tree of knowledge. And knowledge in the Old Testament is a euphemism for sex. Okay, yeah. So He created Adam and Eve, and then don't have sex. If you have sex, your life will be miserable. You have kids, so you got girl Eve. You have this childbirth, painful childbirth as a punishment, and you Adam man, you have to work like 3 times as much because you have to feed your wife and kids, not just you. So yeah, you're cursed. Don't have sex. Yeah, you have fun having sex, but because I design your body so that you can have fun, you feel in this pleasure of sexual orgasm, but you have to pay for it. You have kids, and then man, you'll have to work 3 times as hard because you have to feed yourself, your wife, and kids. And then girl, yeah, you have huge pain of giving childbirth. Okay, so that's one possible interpretation of this sexual intercourse. Okay, in the Garden of Eden. Okay, and what happens once you start to date? You care more about your appearance. So when these two people, Adam and Eve, when they had sex, when they ate fruit or forbidden fruit, they started to cover themselves. Before that, they were naked, and they started to cover themselves with this fig tree leaf, cover their crotches. PG-13, okay, PG-13 material. They care about their appearance, and that's what happens when you date. When you're single, yeah, everything's messy. You don't care about your appearance, but when you start dating, yeah, you care about your appearance, and you clean your house just in case. I'm talking about men. If you're a man, let's say you have a date and you fantasize that, oh, maybe this girl can would come to my house, agree to come to my house, and we'll have sex. So you clean your house. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Marriage It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I love kids. We humanologists, we advocate for opposite sex, same race marriage. Okay, you get married, you have beautiful kids, but we recommend that you are same race. Okay, we recommend that you are opposite sex. One male, one female, same race. That's and have kids by all means. And yeah, that's. Your children are so beautiful. Okay, we get old, but children are beautiful. So yeah, keep making babies. Okay, preserve your racial authenticity. You know your ancestral heritage, the purity, integrity of it. That's our recommendation. Okay, I'm not ordering you. Okay, I'm not even asking. Okay, it's generic recommendation. All right, so okay, and uh, the only thing human knowledge is against is ethnic man marrying slender, young, beautiful, fertile white girl. Because we are not going to that. Okay, so all the other combination, it's okay. It's not too bad. Okay, all right. So we wouldn't even say that's a mistake because some interracial children are extremely beautiful. I've seen them. All right, some of my best friends are interracial kids. Very beautiful people. Okay, so the only thing we are against is a beautiful young white slender girl married to ethnic man. That's the only thing we oppose. All the other combination, well, it's not recommended, but it's okay. All right, so okay. Uh, it kind of looks like female breast. I'm sorry, but well, childbirth is very Jesusian. Okay, it's like self-sacrifice, it's like crucifixion. Okay, yeah, I wanna continue this regeneration of humanity. So that's why I'm having sex with this guy. I don't enjoy having sex, but just for the sake of humanity. Okay, it's not fun to have sex for me. I'm talking about girls. Okay, I'm playing a female role here as a acting. Okay, so yeah, yeah, he and I we married. Okay, and I don't enjoy sex, but for the betterment of humanity, I will accommodate to him. Yeah, let him have sex with me. I'm a girl and I wanna have kids because for the betterment of humanity, I'm not enjoying the sex, but for the sake of humanity, okay, yeah, I have sex with him and I get pregnant. So yeah, it's minus. Okay, sex is not fun. It's disgusting, whatever. And then I get childbirth. Okay, so yeah, it's very Jesus, that's why I appreciate women because they give birth to children and beautiful children. Okay, it's very Jesus. Okay, so all women they are the mothers, all the mothers, they're the very Jesus. They're saints, saints, because they go through this huge suffering, childbirth. Oh man, that's saintly. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm not a feminist, but I love women. I admire women. Okay. Okay, mothers. Okay. I mean, women in general. Okay, no matter who you are, I appreciate women. It's not easy to be a woman. Okay. Even like especially nowadays, women work. I don't care how whether you have tattoos, piercings, or lesbian, or whether you are a sugar fetishist, doesn't matter. Women, if you are women, you are beautiful to me. I don't care if you're a feminist, lesbian, sugar fetishist, or tattoo piercist, doesn't matter. If you're a woman, you're beautiful to me because you have vagina. Okay? I'm sorry. Um, uh, Alright, so let's test out this theory, this equation, alright? When you have A here and you have B here, okay? This kind of looks like this egg and this sperm. Alright, I'm sorry. We are being like very much Freudian, okay? Because seeing everything like even Jesus and crucifixion, we're thinking in terms of sex, sexual intercourse. I'm sorry. It's not right to be Freudian, okay? But I'm a single guy, so I don't get any sex. So I don't wanna be Freudian because it's wrong. It's incorrect, okay? But it kind of looks like this egg being penetrated by this sperm. But that's not our intention, okay? It's a joke, okay? Freudianism is a joke, okay? So okay, you have Asian people, okay? Then you have black car ownership. That's okay. So you have this in this island, all right? There's Asians and Hispanics, okay? 48 people, so there are 50 Asians in this island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. There's 100 people in this island. 50% of those people in Ireland is Asians, okay, and 49% of them owns yellow cars. Just the black cars and yellow cars. That's it. And two people own black cars. Two Asians own black cars. 48 Asians own uh, yellow cars. Okay. In this universe of this island. Let's correct this. How many black cars are there in this island? Okay. There we go. There are 5 black cars in this island, okay? And 46 Asians, there are 50 Asians. 46 Asians own yellow cars, okay? So, black car complement is yellow. There are only two color of cars, black cars or yellow cars, okay? And complement, okay? So we just say this minus b, okay, minus b. All right. Black cars or yellow cars, okay? So if it's not, it's a car, and if it's not black, then it's yellow. In this island, this is magical set theory, all right? Minus b means everything except b, okay? But if in another example, if there are black cars, yellow cars, and red cars, it means minus b is equal to y or union red. Okay, so because in this set you have black car, you have yellow car, and you have red car. Okay, everything except black. That's what minus B or B complement means. So either yellow or red. That's union. Congregation of yellow cars and red cars. Okay, so but we don't have, we are simplifying things, so we don't have red cars here in this island. Okay. So this said for number 4, there are 4 people who are Asians and who own black cars. Okay. There are only 5 black cars in this island. Alright. And every car is owned by somebody. Okay. And they're all single guys, okay? Or single girls, or single girl and single guy. Single. They're all single, okay? So one person owns 1 car in this island. 100 people, 50 of them are Asians and 50 of them are Hispanics, okay? So there's one Hispanic person who owns black car. And 49 people as a Hispanic, okay? So there are only 2 races in this island. Minus A is, if you are not Asian, you are Hispanic, okay? So in this example. So there are 50 Hispanic people, one Hispanic person own black car, the other 49 people, Hispanic people, they are owning yellow cars, okay? Okay, so if you're not Asian, you're Hispanic, okay? So let's test out this example in this equation, alright? Because we want to correct the fact that this A and B here, they are not commutative here, okay? I mean, in this picture. But in this formula, it is commutative. A and B, the order of this A and B can be swapped. In this picture, it's not, because black car owners tend to be Asians, but Asian tends to own non-black cars. Okay, so CA comma B is not equal to CB comma A, but here in this formula, CA comma B is equal to CB comma A. So it doesn't reflect, this equation is not reflecting non-commutativeness of this reality. Okay, that's why this equation is wrong, incomplete. We need to refine it, improve it, so that it reflects the non-commutativeness of reality. Okay, so we'll take a break and we'll continue. Okay, be patient with me. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. I don't take the whole cigarette. I just have like three puffs. That's my cigarette break. Okay, so I smoke very in moderation. All right, so okay, let's apply this formula. All right, so let's see. Let's find some incorrectness of this formula. Okay, because all right. So C A comma B is equal to is this kind of look complex, so it's so easy. Okay, so number A minus B. If there's one minus here, then it's negative. Minus number B minus A plus number AB plus number minus A minus B, okay, over number A plus B, okay. It's that simple. So A minus B, set the elements that belong to number of elements that belong to A but not B. 46. Now minus 46. It shouldn't be that hard. Minus B minus A. That the elements number of elements that belong to B but not A. 1. Plus the number of set elements that belong to both A and B. 4. And none of them belongs to A or B. It's outside A, outside B, that's 49. What is it? And over 100, okay? Is equal to minus 47, so 49 plus 49 is plus 2, okay? 6%. Alright, okay, so what do we do with this number, man? What does this mean? What is correlation is such a small number? Okay, if correlation is less than 50, that means it could be thought as a negative correlation, okay? So we can renormalize this correlation coefficient rather than be between negative 1 and negative 1, I mean positive 1. We can say it's between 0 and 100, okay? 0 and 1. And if it's less than 50, then it's negative correlation. If it's more than 50, we can say it's positive correlation. If it's exact 50, then we can say there's no correlation, okay? Yeah, we can renormalize, redefine what correlation means, okay? All right, it works as well if we define that, again, this is an inceptional stage, phase. We can redefine different things, okay? For our convenience. That's fine. So yeah, correlation between A and B. In terms of A is the center of the universe here. So being an Asian, owning a black car, notice the order of things, A and B. It's not B and A. Yeah, Asian doesn't quite tend to have black cars. Okay, so then it's correct. But in the universe of B, the black car ownership, there's strong tendency that it would be Asian. Okay, so maybe Maybe we need to modify the denominator. All right. Maybe it has to be. Yeah, we're getting very close. You see, it doesn't have to be just one step or everything. We can do several steps. Okay. So I think this should be this. All right. Then you'll be correct. Because C, if we modify the definition of C and B, C, B, common A is equal to what? Minus 47, and so plus 2 plus 6 over what? 5. That's more than 100%. Oh, that doesn't quite sound right. I'm sorry. Oh boy. So black car, does black car owners tend to be Asians? Yes, absolutely. 4 out of 5. Let's forget about this equation, okay? Let's just talk about our. So this attempt number 1, but attempt number 0 was this. Attempt number 0 was this. The correlation or tendency of Asian person to own a black car. Attempt 0. The zero formulation was nothing but probability of given A, B is equal to what is number of Asians? 50. Okay. It's number of A and number of B and A. What's B and A? 4. 8%. Okay. So B correlation. So this formula is just trial number 0. Okay. What's the tendency that black car owner is an Asian? Probability and probability of B being B. What's number of B? 5. And probability of B and A, 4. 80%. Okay. But this didn't quite express negative correlation. That's why we came up with this to make this correlation coefficient to be negative sometimes. Okay, so oh my goodness, this is such a lot of work on a Sunday morning, man. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure if I can go through this today. So this trial number 0, this formula, this trial number 1, okay. This is nice because we can have negative number. They can express negative correlation. But can this one also do some negative correlation? I'm wondering. We need to somehow combine these two formulas. Okay, so and we can do it very easily. Okay, just put negative b here. You have negative b here. and then you have okay, we are playing the role of God here. Okay, we are creating brand new formula. Okay, so we have been creative. So it's like we are not defying God. We are being sons and daughters of God. Okay, so we are being like our Father, Heavenly Father. If God can create something, we are His sons and daughters. So we are like Him. Okay, that's what Jesus said. Okay, be perfect like your Heavenly Father is perfect. Love your enemies. Be whole as your Heavenly Father is whole. Okay, and yeah, we can do anything, but we have to be right. We don't want to be wrong. All right, so we can just redefine some of the operations here. Okay, yeah, let's forget about this formula because it goes above 100. That's you, so you're fired. You cannot go beyond 100 when you talk about probability. Okay, so you're fired. But we will remember you. We'll take some good of you. Okay, so we'll take break shortly because it is heavy. Too heavy for Sunday morning. Okay, come on. So if we reformulate, but we preserve the equality here. Okay, so let's say this A, Asian and Hispanic, which is minus A, and we have black car ownership, and minus B is a yellow car. Okay, so we have yellow car, Hispanic, yeah, 49. Hispanic and black car 1. Okay, and Asian and yellow car, how many? 46. Black car, Asian 4. Okay. Most of these people in this island have yellow cars. Okay, so they very few of them have black cars. Maybe because black cars are so rare. Black ink is so expensive in this island. So only elites, top elites have black cars. It's a status symbol. Yellow car owners, they're just poor people. Yellow dye is so common in this island because sands in this island's beach, they're yellow, so they have a lot of they have this technology of extracting yellow dye from the sand in the ocean, in the beach. So there are plenty of yellow dyes. So that's why most cars have yellow. 95% of cars have yellow dyes, yellow cars. Black is very rare color. Okay, this island of Asians and Hispanics. The only black color they can have is from their hair. Okay, so they harvest some people's hair. It's very expensive material. Cut their hair in the barber shop and they collect the hair and they can extract a little bit of this black dye. Okay, so that's why black dye is so expensive. It's a Pacific island, so they don't have any fire. Just making this up, okay? So, or it could be the other way, okay? Oh, they have fire, so there are plenty of black ink. Okay, you just burn some wood, trees, and it turns black. So, plenty of black dye. You extract the black pigment from the ashes and then burnt wood. But extracting this yellow dye from sand is very, very expensive. Okay, but it happened to be very popular, and it's a communistic, socialist country. Everybody have money, but they don't. So They prefer yellow dye, but some strange people, strange freak Asian, this panicky Hispanics, freak Asians, assholes, and they tend to love black cars. So minority, these strange people, and most people they're all rich, okay, but most people prefer yellow. Whatever. I'm just this is a comedy, okay. I'm giving you some performance. Nobody's watching this because I'm a nobody. Jesus became famous because he was able to perform miracles, okay? They don't care about his ethical, moralistic teachings. Just because Jesus was famous, out of this all these miraculous powers, that's why his ethical lessons are preserved today, to after 2,000 years. Yeah, his ethical teachings are preserved just because he was famous and he was a performer of miracles, entertainers. Okay, so but me, I can sing and dance. Personally, I think I'm a very good singer. I can do this falsetto voice and this fluctuation, sinusoidal, vocalization. I can do all that stuff. Okay, and I think I'm a good singer. But when I sing karaoke, I don't do that. I just yell. I mostly dance. Okay, dancing, I'm a decent dancer, but you may laugh. Okay. Martial art, yeah, I think I'm a decent martial artist, but you may laugh too. Okay, anyways. So yeah, I'm nobody, I'm not famous because I'm lazy, and that's why nobody's watching this, okay? Whatever. I do my job. Alright. Okay, so negative correlation. Correlation of okay, yeah, we have replica there, so it's kind of redundant here, so we can erase this. I'm a poor man, okay. I make average salary level. My car is a SUV. It's a big SUV, so I live in 3 bedroom house, half acre lot. I make average American, average Alaskan salary, you know, with the small job that I have, and live by myself. So I'm poor, okay? So after paying all my bills, I don't have much left. I don't get to save that much, okay? Maybe a penny. Okay. I get to pay my bills, and then I don't have much left. I have 3 bedroom house and a big SUV. Okay. I don't get to save. But I need it. I need my privacy, my freedom, my wardrobe. 3 bedroom house. One room is entertainment room, which is this very room. Okay, I have big screen TV, and so I hook it up to internet. I don't have cable TV. I cannot afford it. Okay, just internet. So I play YouTube and hooked it up to big screen TV. Sing and dance. I have DVD collections. Back in the day from Midwest, I took it with me. Okay, when I came to Alaska, and then that's entertainment room, and the other room, another room is wardrobe. It's all from the thrift stores, used clothings, or Walmart. Okay, that's wardrobe. I have many clothings. The other room is my bedroom. Okay, that's it. And living room. Okay, kitchen, living room. So yeah, technically 4 bedrooms. Okay, 4 rooms. So yeah, I live by myself. I need it, and I have my big SUV, American SUV, and so I get to pay my bills. But that's it. I don't have anything left, right? So yeah, that's why we have to erase. All right. So correlation of black car owner to be a Hispanic person, what is it? In the old definition of that, number one, number zero, old definition of that is P H bar B is equal to P, number of B, the black owners, 5, and number of Hispanic who own black cars, okay? 20%. Okay. But according to the definition 1, is this. Number of the universe, 100, okay? And number of B plus minus B and H, B, minus B and H. And minus H and B. B and H. Minus H minus B. Minus 46. Minus 53. I'm sorry, it's plus. Plus 47. Minus 6%. Okay. All right. So you have this huge, kind of regret I erased it. Asian and black car owners. Okay, so we're talking about this black car owners being on Hispanic. Okay, we have 4 and 1. Okay, so we want to determine the merits of these two mathematical formulas. Okay, and this minus 6%, it to me it sounds very random. Okay, so I would go with the zeroth initial, the very first equation. 20%, that sounds more right than negative 6%. Negative 6%, it sounds kind of random. Okay, and this in terms of correlation, because let's assume another universe where you have this Asian and you have this black car owners. It's like 50-50, okay? 50-50. Then this way becomes 50-50, and then the correlation is 50, meaning it's nothing, okay? So I kind of like that, okay? So I mean, we can always renormalize, okay? So you have this 50-50, okay? 0, 150, okay? All you gotta do is just shift to the left. Then you have 0, plus 50, and minus 50, okay? All you gotta do is just do the negative 50, okay? And then you renormalize so that it becomes minus 100 and 0 and plus 100. Okay, it's all about numerical manipulation. You can really normalize it, right? Okay, so let's try that route, renormalization. Okay, so because negative correlation concept is very useful. Okay, you have negative correlation. If you own black cars, you tend to be non-Asians. You tend to be non-Asians. So that's a very useful concept. We want to preserve that negative aspect, this the other half. Okay, so we don't want it to be from 0 to 100. We want it to be from negative 100 to plus 100. Okay, so it's very easy. Okay, so then all we gotta do is just doing some subtraction and some multiplication. Okay, so I'll make it easy for you. So let's make the third trial, the trial number two. So 0, 1, 2. Okay, and it's getting cold, so I'm gonna put on my jacket. We'll make the third try, the second number 2, 0, 1, 2. That's third trial. It's cardinal number versus what's the other one? In linguistics, you have cardinal number order for second and third, and then you have I guess you can say it's numerical number 0, 1, 2. Okay, so third trial, the trial number 2 is this. Okay, correlation of A and B is equal to number B. It's a probability B by A. Okay, B bar A. So okay, so that's the percentage, and you're shifting like the other half. Okay, so minus 0.5. Okay, and then we want to make it into, we don't want to make it to minus 5 and plus 5. Okay, so times 2. All right, that's it. I think this is it. Okay, so you're shifting to the left like 0.5, and then we are multiplying by 2 so that it becomes 100 or minus 100 instead of like 0.5 plus 0. Whatever. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, I think it's a good equation. A lot simpler than previous. This double freaking sigma squared and shit, and this minus ij. Oh my goodness, that's too complex. I want it simple. Okay, I'm lazy. We'll take a break. Okay, we'll be back. We'll test out this brand new equation on with that example. Okay. All right, we'll be back. Take a break. Yeah, if you're wondering, I'm preparing my breakfast, okay? Uh, I haven't eaten for a long time, okay? So, pardon me. Uh, I gotta have some breakfast first, and yeah, after this recording, I'm gonna have some breakfast, okay? I hope you can forgive me for this delay. But hey, I'm a physical being, so I gotta eat, right? Okay, we're back. Okay, you know, I'm preparing my breakfast, and okay, we got a new formula. Okay, so let's test it out. How it works. Um, with the example at hand. Okay. Yeah. Third trial. The formula number two from 0, 1, 2. So that's third. Okay, that's cardinal number, and I forgot the linguistic term for the numerical thing. Oh, sorry. It's been 2 decades since I took linguistics class. Okay, so great class. Yeah, linguistics, awesome. Okay, so anyway, all right. So let's test this scenario out. So you have example. See the correlation between A and B. Asian having black car is number A intersection B 4 over number of A 50 minus 0.5 times 2 is equal to 0.08. Okay, 0.08 minus 0.5 times 2 is equal to 0.42 times 2 is equal to what? 0.84 equal to 84%. That doesn't look right. I'm sorry. Negative. 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 So negative 84%. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so because most Asians do not have black cars. Okay, so negative 48% is that's close to negative 100%. So yeah, it does sound right. So yeah, it passed the first example. Okay, example 1. Now, next example. Correlation between B and A. this is the fun stuff that we lecturers do. We can erase partially. Very convenient. Okay, it's good to have blackboard or whiteboard. Okay. So intersection A and B, they're commutative. Okay, so that stays the same, but number of B is equal to 5, right? And negative 0 point negative 2 multiplied by 2 is constant number, so stay the same, 0 0.8. 0.3 times 2, which equals 0.6 minus 0.6, and no, it's not negative, it's positive. Positive 0.3. So yeah, it's like 60%, okay? Positive 60%. It's not too bad, okay? So the tendency of this black car owner to be an Asian, okay? It could have been 80% but it tend to be according to this formula we just formulated, it went down to 60% from 80%, and let's see why that is. Let's see what is this concept behind this reduction from 80% to 60%. Well, at least it's a positive number, and at least it's more than 50%. So we are not doing too bad. Okay, so I have a gut feeling that this is correct formulation. Okay, yeah, it's less than 80%, but it's because we are considering 4 different things. Okay, we are not just considering this black cow ownership. We are factoring in different races. So the number going down is a fair thing, because it's not from 0 to 100 anymore. It's from minus 100 to plus 100. Okay, so in the world of correlation, all right. So positive correlation, meaning you need to be just 1%, then you have some positive correlation. Okay, 0 means there's no correlation, it's like totally entirely neutral. Okay, negative correlation, it could be just minus 1%. Okay, this is minus 0.01. Okay, so it's still negative correlation. So we are scaling, we are rescaling, recalibrating, renormalizing the numbers between negative 1 and plus 1, positive 1. Okay, so I think it's a fair compromise that this 0.06 is not as high, because we are spreading out over negative 100 and positive 100. So it's very well expected, okay, outcome. Okay, so we can be happy with that. Yeah, we can forgive that. Okay, so yeah, I think we finally got the right equation. Okay, so yeah, this should be the right equation. if like black car ownership, so that's the center of the universe. If it's or let's do example number three. Okay, example number three. So example number three is where we don't need any of this stuff. You can't really always rewind, okay? We just need some room, and that's why we're erasing. Yeah, I think it's the correct formula. So you have this Asian population and Hispanic population, okay, and this black car ownership is half and half, okay? Black car, okay? 1 1 94 49 49. This big island. Non-Asian, Hispanic, non-black car, yellow car. Okay, so what's the correlation of this black car owner being an Asian? All right, is equal to number of black car owners to black car owners and Asian 1 minus 0.5 times 2 0. Okay, so zero correlations. Okay, so yeah, this becomes zero. Okay, so that is correct. There's no correlation. But if there is we already covered this more black owners being an Asian. Okay, so so let's say it's going out to Hispanic population, black owners. Okay, so another example. I think this is the correct formula. Okay, so we have correlation coefficient. Back in the days, 3 years ago, when I wrote this paper, which is embedded in my book series that I wrote, it's available online. You have to find it. It's like volume number 10, somewhere around that. Okay, so I discussed correlation and correlativity. Okay, but ignore that. Okay, so I mean, if you are a diligent person, yeah, you can dig it up and find the different conceptual difference, but it's optional. You are not required to do so. Okay, extra credit stuff. Okay, I'm not a professor, but okay. Number of we're talking about B swapped. Number of B 3. AB 1 minus 0.5 times 2. This is like 0.2, I mean 0.3, so 0.3 minus 0.5 minus 0.2 times 2 minus 0.4. Okay, so it's negative 40%. Okay, so in this case, correlation, okay, what's the tendency of black car owners being Asian? Negative 40%. Okay, so yeah, so that's negative correlation because black car owners tend to be more Hispanic than Asian. Okay, so let's say let's do some magic here, cheating. What's the that's minus 0.4. Okay, C B A. Negative 40%. BNH 3 over ANH, I mean BNH 2. Constant multiplied by 2. You know, I'm drunk by now, but I can control myself, okay? 0.000 0.66666, okay? It's like 0.7, round up, okay? 0.7 minus 0.2 plus 0.2 plus 2 plus 40%, okay? So they are not quite summing up to 100%, okay? So I mean, okay, so how sober I am? Well, I'm not sober. I'm at home, but so yeah, they don't sum up to 1, okay, or 0. Yeah, they do sum up to 0. That's good, okay, it's because it's at least symmetric, okay. So maybe this equation, final equation that we have here, is not perfect. It's not perfect reflection of reality, okay, but you can refine it further. You just do some more stuff, okay, but we will content ourselves by now, okay, because we spent too much time here, okay. So we have more important things to do, okay. So don't put all the eggs in one basket, all right. So we'll content ourselves with this equation, okay. So if you have extra time, yeah, refine it and make it better, okay. But I'm gonna stop here because I need to have a breakfast, okay. Hey, today is Sunday, okay. The only time I get to sing, dance, and martial art is Sunday, Saturday, all right. I did some singing and dancing yesterday, but I mean 2 days ago. But that was not enough, okay. So we're gonna satisfy ourselves here and then we call it a day, okay. I mean, unless I want to talk of some more tomorrow, today, later on. It's only noon and in Sunday, first Sunday in October, okay. So all right, goodbye, bye.